Oh my God, you have been worrying lately quite a lot, my gorgeous Virgolini. You have been worrying quite a lot lately, and I do know that there was so much on your mind. On one hand, you became very kind of maybe a little bit bored with your own current situation in life. Okay, I think you became like a little bit bored, and I think that you realized that there are really big changes that you need to make, really quickly. But sometimes it is not that easy. Sometimes it's not that easy to kind of make really big changes in our lives, or to start making really big changes in our lives, because our own lives sometimes do not allow us, to do so. And I completely understand. It's to do with the certain problems and the certain difficult situations we may be going through at that particular time. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you were miserable, sad, and negative. I'm just saying that it has been quite a lot on your mind lately. You started to feel maybe a little bit unhappy when it comes to your current situation in life. And I think that also in terms of finances, something happened that abrupt your situation a little bit. Something started to drain your finances, or something changed your financial situation a little bit, or you realized that your financial situation may change like really quickly. And you realize this like about maybe, I don't know, maybe like about within the last couple of months or so, 2 or 3 months, within the last 3 months, I would say, that you were worrying about few different aspects. And there is this major plan, there is this ongoing plan in your life, that at this stage, something that you're working towards, that the life you want to achieve, it's to do with a certain stage in your life, that with all this now suddenly just started to like kind of slowly but surely fade, slowly in the background. But not for too long, my gorgeous Virgolini, because this week this bastard energy will go. This week this energy will slowly but surely gonna start going away. And this energy that I'm talking about, that has been making you to persistently worry, do you know what? You're so powerful when it comes to your mental state of mind. You're so powerful when it comes to your spirituality. And this is the problem. The more you worry and the more you focus on like a certain negativities, my gorgeous Virgolini, the more you may bring this energy into your life. Do you understand what I mean? I've got like a Raphael's hair on my nose. I've got Raphael's hair on my nose, you see, and when I have his hair on my nose, it's like itching me a little bit because it just gets stuck right here. I'm not allergic to cats or anything like that, but I've got like a Raphael's hair stuck on my nose. Sorry. Yeah, so this is what I was going to say. But this week, this is going to start changing, my gorgeous Virgolini. It's important because you are going to snap out of it. Because right now, as we speak, you're getting already into this frame of your mind where you're slowly but surely coming to an end of this specific journey in your life. This in itself, like, what am I trying to say is that now, as we speak, you really are getting to the point where you are just having absolutely enough. You are having absolutely enough. And now it's the mixture of, oh, well, I don't care. Well, I had enough. Well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. That's the energy I am talking about. I'm not saying that we need to be angry. I'm not saying that we need to be mad, but this energy is so important when it comes to you realizing your own breakthrough, but also realizing at the same time that you are the only one who can actually do something about it. You really are going to snap out of this some kind of like, I don't know, you're just going to snap out of this stage of your life that has been slowing you down basically and made you feel so a little bit dark and a little bit negative because you were focusing on kind of negative things in your life for a while. And we all do this. That's absolutely fine. Everybody does this sometimes. But as I said, if you would kind of carry on with that, it's for the certain amount of time, that's absolutely fine. But if you would carry on feeling like that, oh my God, you would just make yourself feeling sick, really, to be quite honest with you. Just remember, because you would start projecting that dark and negative energy. And then when you start projecting that dark and negative energy, because you're constantly within this dark and negative energy, you just start attracting people and these experiences into your life. No, baby, no. So it's a good thing that you are going to snap out of it, because at the beginning of this week, my gorgeous Virgolini, there is something that you at the beginning of this week, there is something very interesting that you're actually going to see. There is something interesting that you're actually going to find out. This in itself, it's going to give you an idea. An idea. What are you going to find out? What are you going to become aware of? My gorgeous Virgolini, it's most certainly going to make you feel really good, because it's going to open your eyes like instantly. And it's going to give you an idea, my gorgeous Virgolini, how finally you can move on with your life. Okay, and please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you're miserable, sad, and negative like a sad Lala. No, baby, no. This is deep. Everybody goes through things like this in their lives. That's absolutely normal. But there is the like a certain point, certain line that we must not cross, because if we cross that certain line, then we're going to find ourselves on the other side. And if we find ourselves on the other side, the further we go, the more difficult it's going to be to come back. And that's why people find themselves within the darkness and the negative energy. You are extremely powerful people. You are extremely powerful people. Use this energy into your own advantage, for your own advantage. Use this energy for your own advantage. This energy can work for you if you are open-minded and positive and take risks in life. But this energy can also work against you if you are persistently down. You must not give it in. Do not give in, baby. Be a fighter. Be a survivor. Now, honestly, so you're gonna have this you're gonna have this idea, my gorgeous Virgolini, right at the beginning of this week, how you can finally start this process of to move on with your life. This idea, it's like pretty much, so it's like an idea, but it's also like an opportunity in itself, to be quite honest with you. Whatever this is going to lead towards something really big, towards something really positive, and towards the changes that you so desperately need in your life. This particular idea, this particular opportunity, it's like pretty much so to do with that ongoing plan in your life. You see, because now this is like, all this is to do with how you want your life to be. All this is to do with the specific destination. Do you understand what I mean? But because certain things happen in your life, something that you were planning for so long, where you want what you want to achieve, where you want to get with your life, but there were certain things and certain problems that you ran into that made you feel kind of like a little bit negative, a little bit down, and then you started to worry about all sorts of things, and now you are just reaching this stage where you are like, you know what I mean, it's all or nothing, basically. And that's the best attitude to have, to be quite honest with you. So now this opportunity, this idea which you are going to have, it's to do with that ongoing plan in your life. Now it's time for you to start planning how you can move on with your life, my gorgeous Virgolini, because this in itself is going to be so big. And the way you're gonna become like a really kind of very optimistic. You're gonna start becoming full of you will be kind of full of energy. You're gonna recognize this within you, and you're gonna start feeling so much happier. It is to do with this return of this energy that hasn't been in your life for a while now, my gorgeous Virgolini. And honestly, it's gonna be impossible for you not to notice this. This is gonna reflect on every single aspect of your life, when it comes to your mind, and when it comes to how optimistic you're going to start to feel. And that's why I'm not surprised whatsoever that there is this vision which is going to be triggered within you. at some point, like about a couple of days after that moment in time, or within the next couple of days, there is this vision you're going to have, my gorgeous Virgolini. And this vision, it's like, oh my God, it's going to be amazing. This is so difficult to explain. Maybe you're going to be somewhere outside enjoying yourself, somewhere in the forest, or somewhere within the nature. I know I always mention forest, I know I always mention nature, because this means to me so much. I'm crazy about nature, crazy. That's what most certainly my destination is going to be, somewhere within the forest or within the nature. There is no doubt about it. And it's not even going to be that long, to be quite honest with you at this stage. But I'm just saying to you that, you know, something is going to, all this is going to trigger this vision. And when I say that you're going to have a vision, you see, it's like you're either going to be in this mental state of mind, this relaxed state of mind. So that's why I always say, like, maybe you're going to be somewhere within the nature, maybe you're going to be at home, maybe you're going to be chilling out, maybe you're just going to be watching TV, and suddenly, boom, you have this vision. This vision can come in many shapes and forms, in many ways, you know. But this vision that you're going to have, I'm sorry, you're going to connect to it almost immediately, because this vision is going to be primarily responsible for you getting the maximum, like, kind of effect of all this, because this vision in itself is going to revive you, is going to rejuvenate you to the point where you are absolutely gonna give your all right now to get where you want to get to at this stage of your life. So this vision, my gorgeous Virgolini, it's most certainly going to be triggered within you like there is no tomorrow. And when I say vision, it can happen in so many different ways. You're just, even while you're watching TV, now suddenly you're getting closer to your dream. You're getting closer to where you need to be. You're getting closer to your destiny. To your destiny, my gorgeous Virgolini, where you're destined to be. So that's why this is going to be magical. However it happens, it's going to be a magical experience when you have this vision. And this vision is going to be consisting of you like feeling so vividly what's going to happen to you, what's going to happen to your life, what's going to happen in your future. You will be looking at your future. You will be living your dream through this vision already. That's why this vision is going to make you feel alive again, because you are going to tap into this dimension, which is going to absolutely heal you in every possible way. And you need healing at this stage in order to understand how big this is going to be, because after this stage of a healing, there is a, you know, things become a rather crystal clear indeed. My God, my gorgeous Virgolini, this is going to be absolutely crazy. So that vision is just going to kind of confirm to you what exactly you want to do. Like when it comes to your future, you will be able to see things vividly, and this is exactly what you need right now. And you know why also that vision is so important? Because there is a challenge that you know that this is bring. This in itself, of course, is bringing a big challenge, but the difference is that the way you're changing, the way you change, it's amazing. You're becoming strong, powerful, courageous. You're getting into this stage where you're like, you know what, I don't care. And that's the attitude to have, because sometimes we need to be just like that. But the problem here is that all this is going to create a bit of a challenge. But now I want to tell you that this challenge is going to be very, very successful indeed. This is going to create a challenge in itself, but this challenge is going to be very successful for you, my gorgeous Virgolini. So this is what I need you so much to remember, okay? And also, my gorgeous Virgolini, there is somebody very precious in your life. There is somebody very gorgeous in your life. Really nice person, really gorgeous person. But that person is doing something crazy to themselves. That person is doing something, and that person is taking something that they shouldn't. And I've seen this before. There is somebody who is in your life. This person is really nice person. This person is gorgeous person, in and out. And I've seen this before. I've seen this before. And keep on seeing this. It's to do with somebody who's like a really nice person in your life. And that particular person is doing something to themselves that they shouldn't. And it doesn't have to be necessarily some kind of illegal substances or something like that. It doesn't have to be necessarily some kind of illegal substances, but it could be. Do you know what I mean? Maybe it's alcohol. Maybe it's like smoking too much. Maybe be certain medications, I don't know, something this person is like kind of doing to themselves and they shouldn't, and you need to say something to this person, you need to talk to this person, and you spoke to this person about it so many times, but I think there is some kind of level of some kind of addiction involved with it. So you really need to, you have got a really good power over that person, don't get me wrong. When I say you have a really good power over that person, I mean that you have an influence, an impact on that person, positive impact, you know. So please try to kind of, I don't know, you need to start. You need to have a starting point when it comes to that. And I know you spoke to that person about it already, I think, but you need to kind of keep on about it, keep on about it, keep on about it until this person realize how important this is. Because you are so connected to this person. So whatever is going to actually, whatever affects this person, of course, it's going to affect you as well. Because this is to do with somebody really major in your life, somebody who means to you so much, my gorgeous Virgolini. So that's why this is important, because if that affects that person, it's going to affect you as well. Someone whom you are so emotionally connected to. You're emotionally connected to this person, and this person is emotionally connected to you as well. So this is why you need to do something about it. You're very smart. You're very intelligent. I think you know exactly what am I talking about here. And you were worrying about this before. You were worrying about this before. So that's just something I want to stress. And also, my gorgeous Virgolini, at around the beginning of this week, you know, you are going to be worrying something about money, something about finances, something about money and something about financial situation is going to worry you, because there is something that you planned, there is something that you wanted to do, and you're going to feel so frustrated because there was a bit of a change in certain circumstances when it comes to your life, when it comes to your finances. It's part of the thing that I mentioned before. There was a bit of change in circumstances, and there were certain things that you could have done before that you can't do now, for example. And this is all going to make you feel a little bit frustrated, and you're going to be thinking about your finances, about your financial situation, and then you are going to realize, oh my God, I really need to change something. I need to change something. And you're going to realize that there is something that you are going to need to make an edit with, not necessarily bring to an end, but completely change. There is something that you're going to need to completely change, you know. But in order to do that, you know, there is a compromise that you are going to need to make. There is a compromise that you're going to need to make when it comes to your finances, you know, when it comes to what you're going to be worrying about, because you know there is the certain possibility which is going to be on your mind, but that possibility is going to need certain changes to be made only immediately. It's not bringing something to an end, but it's immediately like diving in. It's about you immediately diving in. It's just making certain changes, my gorgeous Virgolini. So this is why this is going to be so important. And in order to start that process, you're gonna be indecisive a little bit, but then you're going to realize that you need to make a certain compromise. Let me tell you, baby, you're gonna realize in as little as 3 weeks time. In 3 weeks time already, you will know that you have done the right thing. Listen to me very carefully. In 3 weeks time, you will already know that you did the right thing, because there is going to be really interesting opportunity you would otherwise never have. And this opportunity is going to be part of all this. This opportunity is going to be life changing, but it would never happen in the first place if you did not make this compromise. So this is going to be a really wise choice and a very smart decision for you to make, because it's what can I say, gonna lead towards this happiness, big achievement. You will be able to relax when it comes to so many different aspects of your life, but you're also going to realize what is on the way, along the way, what are you so good at, what are you so great at, what are you so special about. It's something that it's not playing a major role in your life right now, because you haven't been using that aspect of yourself so far. And this is going to highlight that aspect of yourself that you're so great at and you haven't been using it. Now it's time for you to start doing this. Maybe it's something that you're so passionate about. Maybe it's something that you're so good about. Maybe it's something that you're so talented about, but there is a reason why you're so talented about it. And that's also going to be part of all this, like a fantastic discovery that you're going to have about yourself. Do you know what I mean? So by the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Virgolini, oh my goodness, Oh, this week it's gonna be out of this world. Honestly, I'm not even being funny. At around the mid of this week, my gorgeous Virgolini, there is something unexpectedly, something very dark and negative. It's gonna come to an end completely unexpectedly. You're gonna be so happy. Something very dark and something very negative is going to come to an end. I can see you so happy. I can see you dancing. I can see you just having a great time. I can see you being so happy. I mean, whatever this dark stage of your life was, my gorgeous Virgolini, this most certainly did affect you. I think that sometimes you've actually felt like you're losing your mind a little bit. Seriously, how much something was affecting you here. It's to do with a certain problem, of course, some kind of a problem, very dark problem. It's going to come to an end. And I can see you dancing and being really happy. This is going to happen unexpectedly, but my God, this is going to be such a great turning point when it comes to your life. It's going to happen completely unexpectedly. This is going to be this brilliant turning point in your life, because now you will know, because this dark situation, this problem is coming to an end, which means that now you know you are also going to be remembered something that was offered to you before, but you couldn't kind of take this on because of this ongoing problem. And now this is going to be such a game changer for you. You're going to remember something that has been offered to you before, and it meant to you so much, and you felt so frustrated because you couldn't do this, only because you had this problem that now finally it's coming to an end. This in itself is straight away gonna, oh my God, make you realize of this offer. You're gonna start feeling so excited, but my goodness, you know, you are gonna go into this hermit mode to start with, and then you're gonna be thinking about a lot of things. You're gonna start to plan things, you know, when it comes to this particular offer, because this in itself is gonna become a giant for you, as like a really great stage of your life, because at the same time you're going to start seeing every single aspect of your life, my gorgeous Virgolini, in a completely different light. Everything brilliant that you've actually done so far, you're going to realize so much more about it. You'll go into such a into deep mode, but also at the same time you're also going to go like super deep, where you're going to realize the darkness that you've been through was actually really beneficial for you. Because of that darkness that you've been through so far, you wouldn't feel about this like how you feel now. This is gonna elevate you like ridiculously, like never before, my gorgeous Virgolini, and you're gonna start seeing your whole light, as I said, in a completely different light. This offer that you are now gonna be able to take on, I suggest you immediately, when you remember this offer, something that has been offered to you, you will remember this is immediately something you should do. Immediately, this is gonna, you need to act now, because I said this before. By acting now, when something like this is happening, you are being in the flow, and you're not going to be restricted, no matter what is on your mind, and no matter what you think is going to slow you down. This in itself is going to be more important than you can possibly imagine. You have no idea how busy your life is going to become after this moment in time, in a good way, but also at the same time there are certain things that you're going to start doing that you weren't doing before. There are new people, certain people you're going to meet, there are certain events you will go through. It's almost like the new stage of your life. It's about to begin right now. Absolutely brilliant. By the time you get to the last part of this week, sorry, oops. By the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Virgolini, this is like really brilliant. By the time you get to the last part of this week, I can see you like a really pretty much so having this situation where you will be doing something. You will be doing something really important for you. something really serious. You're going to be really serious about something. You're going to do something really, really important, something that you know that you need to do, but you find extremely, extremely boring. And it's just maybe something official, maybe certain documents. And then halfway there, you're going to be like, oh, I just can't be bothered to do this, and because you will know that you can do that later on, so you're fine. You don't need to do that right now, for example. But then again, there is a certain message or information that you are going to get at around that time, and you're going to find yourself, you're going to realize that you need to go somewhere like really immediately to sort something out. You're going to need to go somewhere to immediately sort something out. And on your way, wherever you're going to go, my gorgeous Virgolini, something is going to happen to you. Something is really going to surprise you in a good way. I know that this is going to sound crazy, but you're going to find yourself being surrounded by the certain people, by like a group of people, and you're all going to be making love. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. You're going to be making love. I am joking. You're going to think that I'm crazy, but I am joking. I'm only joking, my gorgeous Virgolini. You're not going to be making love. No, you're gonna find yourself being surrounded by the group, being surrounded by the group of people, and you're going to be enjoying yourself. You're going to have a great time. You're going to be talking about some really interesting subjects, something that people don't normally talk about. And you're going to realize, oh my God, you've got so much, uh, uh, um, you have so much, like, how do you say, in common. You have so much in common with these people. You're thinking about the certain things like in exactly the same way, and it's to do with things that you don't really talk about to lots of people, or lots of people have a different opinions about things like this. It's to do with a very specific subject, very touchy subject, and you're really going to find yourself in your own element because you're going to be sharing your space with these people who think just like you, and you're going to love it. You're going to love it because it's going to answer the questions of yours you had in your own mind that you can't talk to everybody. And you will know, like, oh, thank God I'm not crazy. You knew that you're not crazy, but it's just nice to reconnect with like-minded souls. But there is something that you are also going to become aware of, like this possibility in your life, through this conversation. There is some kind of conversation going on, and some kind of possibility is going to be highlighted for you, and you will know which possibility I'm talking about here, because it is going to be like the beginning of an adventure. And this in itself also, you will know what is this all about, because at the same time it's something that you're so creative and so creative and so creative about. This in itself is going to be amazing for your finances and amazing for your financial situation, this particular possibility. And then again, it's to do with something that you're so creative about as well. This is going to be so important for you, because at the same time now, when you become aware of this possibility, for you, this is all gonna like kind of be amplified. Just remember, because you're gonna be surrounded by the like-minded souls, and then everything is so much more greater. There is so much more to this situation, really. I mean, I call it a possibility, but I know that this is gonna be highly a life-changing time for you as well, because this possibility is gonna be playing an important role when it comes to you coming out of your comfort zone. So both mentally and spiritually, this is going to be absolutely brilliant. You know why? Because instantly you're going to be reminded of this particular burden. Look how things are going to unfold. Instantly, again, you're going to be reminded of this burden when it comes to this possibility, and this burden, something very heavy that has been on your back. You have been responsible for so long, but you need to snap out of it, because this heavy burden you're going to be reminded of, you have been patient about long enough, too long. So you see how things are going to happen. Very sacred indeed. Not only you're going to become aware of this possibility that you should definitely go for again, but then at the same time, you will be reminded of this burden that you need to deal with immediately. You've been patient long enough. and it's to do with maybe specific person draining so much of your energy. For example, you need to do something about it immediately. And that in itself, it's going to be a big moment, because if you did not have a situation like being surrounded, if you weren't in this situation, being surrounded by these amazing people, you would never get to this point of your life where you're actually going to realize that you've got everything you need to have in order to do something about that burden. And what do you need to do? How can you do something with that burden? Well, when it comes to that possibility and when it comes to that burden, there is a one thing that you need to do, just one thing, and what it is. And it's going to sort out both things at the same time. What it is the first step. The first step that you make when it comes to that possibility, okay? That the moment in time you make the first step, because now you know that you got everything you need to have in order to take this first step. So as soon as you make this first step, at the same time, this burden, it's going to disappear. This burden will go away naturally, organically, and most certainly you will make a big step towards something absolutely magnificent here indeed. So now, my gorgeous Virgolini, I'm just going to shuffle these tarot cards, and I'm going to see what is going to be a tarot card of the week, or what is going to be our tarot card of the week. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Virgolini, I'm just going to see this. This is what this baby just came up by itself. Surprise, surprise. We are on our path to our own destiny. This week, most certainly, your gorgeous destiny shall be revealed. By the end of this week, your destiny with all this, it's going to be revealed. So that's why you needed to be so down. That's why you needed to be so sad. That's why you needed to be so negative, my gorgeous Virgolini. The more you were going through all this negativity and darkness, the more enlightening all this is going to be. You know that you will know what's imminent for you to do for your happiness. You will know by the end of this week what you need to do in terms to be really happy. Just remember, even if there are 5 million people walking this way, if you feel like walking that way, just go for it, baby. Just go for it. Just do it. I mean that even if your dreams are the weirdest dreams, the most bizarre dreams, it's like okay, I'm just like I'm all around the place. So now, my gorgeous Virgolini, I'm going to take one like this. Let's see. So it doesn't really surprise me to have a wheel of fortune whatsoever. It doesn't surprise. And there we go, the beginning of a beautiful change in your life. This week is the beginning of a really beautiful change in your life, my gorgeous Virgolini. Absolutely brilliant. But of course, there is going to be this sacrifice that you are going to need to make. But then again, when it comes to this particular sacrifice that you're going to need to make, it's just to do with something that has come to an end a long time ago. Anyway, as soon as you work out and realize what this sacrifice is, you know what I mean? I'm not being funny, yeah? You will not even like battle an eyelid when it comes to you doing something about it. So there is a really important edit you are going to make. But then again, at the same time, it's all going to lead towards your own happiness. Okay, my gorgeous Virgolini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace, and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye. This, my gorgeous people, is a very, very, very powerful and a very, very important pendant, because it is going to detoxify any negativity and any toxicity out of your life. This pendant is also ridiculously powerful because it's so important when it comes to our metabolism as well. To have a healthy metabolism, it's really significant when it comes to our health in general. This peridot is ridiculously powerful because when you wear it, you attract the right people and the right situations into your life. Why? Because what's the best about you, it's highlighted while you're wearing this. So whether you want to attract certain people when it comes to love and when it comes to romance into your life, or whether you're trying to make, whether you're trying to attract like maybe certain people when it comes to business, when it comes to your career, it's also absolutely brilliant for that as well. It does tend to bring you a really, really good luck when you are doing something financial, when you're focusing on your finances, when you're making like a really important financial decisions, or when you're making important decisions in general, because peridot helps you, like really prevents you from like a really over analyzing, and when we are over analyzing something, then over analyzing can be really, really dangerous, because us over analyzing something we should never be analyzing in the first place only comes from us maybe not feeling confident enough. So this in itself prevents you from over analyzing something you shouldn't analyze, because it does make you feel extremely, extremely confident. Listen to me very carefully. Peridot brings the best out in you because it makes you feel really, really confident in general. This is what you need to remember, my gorgeous people. It is ever so important. It is the crystal of expansion, and it is the crystal of a new beginnings. Oh my God, ever so significant for those people who have been stuck for a while. For those people who did not have any changes, in their lives, for those people who are unhappy with their lives, and sometimes subconsciously we are affected by the certain things we are not even realizing that are preventing us to move forward. So peridot has got a power to unlock the best within us, and this element of ourselves is like more powerful than we can possibly imagine, but it's very sensitive. So if there is an ounce of like, oh my God, negativity or fear when we have towards something, that's kind of amplified, and without us even realizing, that energy is preventing us from moving forward. So peridot has got a power to keep this energy away, so we can like really do things we want to do. So this is why, it's so important for those people who have been stuck, or those people who felt stuck for a while. Just remember, it attracts the right people, and it attracts the right situations in your life as well. This crystal is ridiculously, ridiculously powerful. Okay, just remember that by wearing peridot, it does not only bring a good luck into your life when it comes to so many things. This crystal brings you a good luck. Okay, this crystal has been used for many, many, many years just for that particular reason. Okay, and when it comes to peridot, I'm so excited because I love peridot. It's one of my favorite crystals indeed, because I know when I wear peridot, I feel like I'm on top of the world. I feel like I can do what I don't normally feel like I can do. You know what I mean? It gives me the strength. It gives me this energy that I don't normally have. It sounds crazy, I know, but this is what this powerful pendant can actually do. So when it comes to moving on with our lives, this is something we should all have literally. It does bring you like, oh my God, kind of the whole new sense of what you should be doing, because you are reminded of things that maybe you are neglecting just because you did not have a confidence to kind of take on. So this immediately, like kind of like really, as soon as you wear this, you do kind of are reminded of things, certain things in your life in such a way where you kind of start getting really positive ideas. That's the way you're reminded of things that you should be working on, because now suddenly something that you were afraid to start, now suddenly you have these amazing ideas, like incredible ideas, and that's how you are pointed towards the right directions through your own passion, through your own optimism. This in itself, my gorgeous people, is indeed your guiding light. And that's why I absolutely love Peridot. And also, why am I so excited? I've been waiting for this for years. I've been waiting for this for a very long time, my gorgeous people. Not that it's like impossible. I'm not saying it's impossible to find peridot out there. But when I'm looking for crystals, I'm looking for the very specific crystals. They need to be of a high quality. So this one is a high quality peridot. I'm not even joking. I've been waiting for this for years, and I only have a limited amount of this. I only have a limited amount of this in stock, my gorgeous people. So I really suggest you to buy this while you can. I'm not saying you can't get a peridot out there, but it is not going to be as a wonderful and such a quality, high quality as this one. Okay, very powerful and natural peridot. Okay, so this is why, because I've been waiting for this for years, absolute years, and I have only a few of these in stock. And once they're gone, I believe that's it. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get any more. And I only have like a few in stock, like literally. And this is honestly, one of the most powerful pendants, and it's so striking. It's so striking. Look at it. Just to have this around your neck. So beautiful, so striking, so natural. So this, my gorgeous people, is something I highly recommend you. This gorgeous peridot comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is going to be in the description below, or it's going to be pinned on top of the comments, or you just go on Google and just type in, sorry, Sasha Bonasin shop, and my page is going to come up that way. You can click on it and you will see the first two products, right on top of the store are gonna be the ones that I'm advertising right now. So this is something I highly suggest you to get. Another thing I recommend you, my gorgeous people, it's the second crystal. Okay, it's called chevron amethyst. Okay, so you all know amethyst. So this is a special type of amethyst, and of course it's natural. And this amethyst is like so powerful, like probably the most powerful. There are few crystals which are ridiculously powerful when it comes to our third psychic eye. And I did mention some of them, like for example, tiger's eye, blue tiger's eye. There are crystals which are brilliant when it comes to our third psychic eye indeed. Even lapis lazuli is quite good when it comes to our third psychic eye, very powerful. But I would probably say the chevron amethyst, this is a chevron amethyst, my gorgeous people. I would probably say, my honest opinion is that this in itself is probably the most powerful crystal when it comes to our third psychic eye. Our third psychic eye is who we are. Our third psychic eye, it's like who we are on the spiritual level. Our third psychic eye reconnects us with ourselves because we tap into something absolutely mind-blowing. We unlock a ridiculously powerful aspect of ourselves when we wear this, because it is ridiculously powerful when it comes to unlocking the power of a third psychic eye, which means that we just start to see life in a completely different way. Why? Because we become very brave, we become very confident, we become very powerful. I mean, look at this combination, out of this world. Very kind of, when you become brave, when you feel brave, when you feel powerful, when you feel confident, at the same time, when the power of your third psychic eye has been unlocked, you need to be prepared to enter the whole new stage of your life, to enter the whole new world, because this is one of the most powerful crystals in terms of the actual guidance. You see what I mean? It just unlocks the power of your third psychic eye, and that in itself means that you enlighten yourself. While you're wearing this, you're enlightening yourself at the same time. Pay attention to how you're gonna think while you're wearing this. Pay attention to how you're gonna feel, how you're gonna respond to the certain people and to the certain situations in your life completely differently. There is so much about yourself that you find out along the way, because it starts this unlocking process. You know, the certain things unlock within you. You even start to kind of see the connection in between the all things in general, you know, and that in itself, it's also big. That in itself, it's also important, you know. And also at the same time, my gorgeous people, when it comes to chevron amethyst, you know, it's brilliant because it calms you down. It makes you feel peaceful at a time where, oh my God, the bombs are falling, God forbid, and no, I'm joking, but it makes you feel really good. It makes you feel really peaceful. It makes you feel really calm. So if you are going through something like that makes you feel really anxious, that makes you feel really bad, that makes you feel really stressed, you know, as soon as you wear chevron amethyst, it really brings you down. It really brings you down. It is like so, so, so powerful, you know, like, oh my goodness. And also, if you are, you know, persistently stressed, persistently negative, persistently down, persistently sad, if you're going through very kind of strange stages in your life, if you're going through really difficult things, you know, this really helps you to kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel, because at the same time you become really spiritual, and those things that have been kind of scaring you, they do not scare you anymore. You just start seeing them as like a really important challenges rather than anything else. So it's all a kind of how you see things and how you respond to things, you know, in this life. And you know, and if you are having like a sleeping problems or a sleeping difficulty, so you cannot relax whatsoever, chevron little French man came out of me. French spirit, hello my darling, where are you? Now it's like chevron amethyst, my gorgeous people. It's also fantastic if you have a problems to relax, if you have a problems with sleeping and things like that. So this is why I highly recommend you to wear this, my gorgeous people, okay? And this also comes with a sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is going to be in this description below, or it's going to be pinned on top of the comments section, or you just go on Google and just type in Sasha Bonasin like a shop, and my page is gonna come up that way as well. This is something I highly recommend you indeed. Okay.